Episode 5 and 1/2. Is Babylon controlling more than you think, or the black horse in system control? What if you're not free? You just have access. What if the system doesn't need chains because it controls what you can buy, what you can sell, and ultimately how you survive? Most people think Babylon is something from the past, an ancient empire, a fallen kingdom, a story that ended long ago. But what if that assumption is wrong? What if Babylon never actually disappeared? What if it didn't fall, but instead evolved? What if the system Scripture warns about is not just something that existed, but something that still operates right now? This is part of our midweek deep dive series, where we break down the systems behind Scripture and how they operate in real time. Because when most people hear the word Babylon, they think of a place, but Scripture presents something deeper, a pattern, a system, a way power organizes itself. And if that's true, then the question is no longer, where was Babylon? The question becomes, can you recognize it? What if Babylon isn't something you're looking at, but something you already live in? In the last teaching, we broke down how systems control perception, but controlling what people believe is only the first step, because belief alone does not guarantee obedience. So the system moves further. It begins to control behavior through access, through dependency, through survival. Because if a system controls what you need to live, it doesn't need to force you. You will comply to survive. Scripture tells us that a time comes when no man may buy or sell unless he is within the system. Most people read that and think it's something far in the future. But what if it's not new? What if it's the final form of something that already exists? When the third seal is opened, a black horse appears, and the rider holds a pair of balances. That is measurement. That is control, that is regulated distribution. And then it is said, a measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for a penny. In other words, survival becomes expensive. And if that sounds familiar, it's because people are already feeling this pressure today. Your labor barely sustains you. And then the Scripture says, hurt not the oil and the wine. The system restricts necessity, but preserves luxury. This is not collapse. This is design. This isn't just prophecy. This is a pattern. This is power operating through access. So now the question becomes, can you see the pattern? Systems where access is controlled, participation is conditional, survival is tied to compliance, where people can function, but only within the boundaries of the system, and stepping outside of it comes with consequences. Now go back to John 2. Yahusha enters the temple, and what does he find? Not just individuals acting wrongly, not just isolated corruption. He finds buying, selling, and exchange inside a place meant for worship, and he overturns the tables. Why? Because access had been monetized, worship had been structured, and control had entered the temple. This was not just corruption. This was system-level corruption. Jeremiah warned about shepherds who would scatter the flock, corrupt the people, use authority for themselves. Because when leadership becomes corrupt, systems become corrupt. And when systems become corrupt, people are affected. This is not isolated. This is a pattern. And this is where it becomes clear. This is not something that is coming. This is not something that might happen. This is not just prophecy for the future. This is a system that is already operating right now. We are not looking at Babylon from the outside. We are living inside of it. Babylon is not just a place. It is a system, a structure of power. Scripture reveals how this system operates through pillars: political control, religious authority, economic control, narrative control. These do not operate independently. They reinforce each other, and when they align, control becomes complete. Now, here's where it becomes uncomfortable. Look at the world today and consider how modern systems are described. We hear phrases like advanced economy, developed nation, financial system. These are presented as progress, as achievement, as something desirable. But is it really? Who do these advanced systems serve? Scripture teaches us to look at patterns, because what Scripture describes as control is often presented today as advancement. What is called an advanced economy may not simply be advancement. It may reflect how refined a system of control has become. Control over food, control over currency, control over resources, control over access. And when this system is supported by narrative, it is no longer enforced. It is accepted, believed, defended. This is where the system becomes most powerful. Not when people are forced into it, but when they no longer question it. The system we live in isn't designed for everyone to rise. It's designed for a few to rise by keeping many below. Think of how a vampire lives. This is Nimrod's way. Your life only exists to enrich my life. But that's not how the Most High structured things. In the law, wealth was reset, debts were released, land was restored, and people were given a chance to rebuild. Babylon says, stay where you are. The kingdom of the Most High says, return and rise again. And what Scripture shows us is that systems like Babylon don't just control people. Eventually, they begin to collapse under their own weight. Power turns inward, division increases, and what once looked stable begins to break apart, not from the outside, but from within. Now return to Genesis 11. Let us build, let us make a name, let us not be scattered. This is not just construction, this is centralization. Unity outside of submission to the Most High, the beginning of organized human power. Nimrod emerges in this context, a ruler, a consolidator, a builder of cities, and from that moment forward, the pattern begins. And in the next teaching, we will answer directly, what is Babylon in the Bible? Babel was not the end. It was the beginning, the prototype, the system that would repeat again and again through empires, through leadership, through structures, through time. And now, the question is no longer whether Babylon exists. The question is, can you recognize the system you are already living in? In the next teaching, we're going to break this down completely. What Babylon actually is in Scripture, and how all of these systems connect. May our Father's peace be with you. Remember, our Father blesses motion and obedience to His word. Shalom.
The book of Revelation, 6th chapter, beginning at the 1st verse. And I saw when the Lamb opened one of the seals, and I heard, as it were, a noise of thunder, one of the four beasts saying, Come and see. And I saw, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat on him had a bow, and a crown was given unto him. And he went forth conquering and to conquer. And when he had opened the second seal, I heard the second beast say, "Come and see." And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword. And when he opened the third seal, I heard the third beast say, "Come and see." And I beheld, and lo, a black horse, and he that sat upon him had a pair of balances in his hand. And I heard a voice in the midst of the four beasts say, "A measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for a penny. And see thou hurt not the oil and the wine." And when he had opened the fourth seal, I heard a voice of the fourth beast say, "Come and see." And I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death, and hell followed with him. And power was given unto him over the fourth part of the earth, to kill with sword, with hunger, and with death, and with the beasts of the earth. Peace be unto you, brothers and sisters. Peace be unto you. This is Elder Youngman, and the name of tonight's message is Firestorm. Firestorm.